So there's seven financial natures. Um, and what I love about this system is it uses common language, right? So money is woven into the language in ways that you wouldn't even believe until you start observing it. Even the Bible talks about money like two or three times as much as it talks about prayer. So how we value the world is one of seven ways. And then how we're motivated to be in the world is one of three ways. So we end up with 21 different types. There's 23 chromosomes, two for gender, 21 for type. So there's 21 different types of women, there's 21 different types of men. And so your type was you are a investor and a pursuer. And investors like to create. And so you are very much at home in an environment where you are creating and pursuing experiences. And yes, you'll spend money on that, but you don't think of it as spending money as much as you think of it as investing money in the creation of something that you'll have forever. And that's very different than spending. And maybe we'll get into it, maybe we won't. But the seven natures are spender, earner, saver, investor, lever, giver, and taker. And the one that is your sweet spot, the two on either side, tend to not be so sweet for you because that's the room that you live in. So on one side of the investor is the leverage. The other side is the saver. And so
My
you're
gosh.
probably perfectly at home with the concept of earn some money, and you might even be at home with give some money, but it's the two on either side of you that kind of create this wall on either side. And so we tend to not want to go through the eye wall of the hurricane. We want to stay in the eye of the hurricane. And so life has a tendency to be best for us when somebody meets us in this space or whisks us to a completely different space that's not in this distortion area for us.
So what is the lever? So some of them have more instinctual descriptions, right? You can probably understand what a saver is and a spender and a investor, but a lever, is that someone who uses money to manipulate others?
So there's a dark side to every one of these.
Hmm.
But if we think about a lever is a system that is built to make things easier. So if I have a fulcrum and a rod and I stick it under something I want to move, it doesn't take a lot of effort to move it. Leverage is like the good debt. So a mortgage, or you need a car to go to work. So you get a car and you want reliable transportation so you can get there reliably and on time. So borrowing some money to get that form of transportation, that's leverage. And we have a subset of the population that wants to think that all borrowed money is evil. That's kind of the Dave Ramsey camp. But in reality, some debt is a burden and some helps us do things easier or lighter. So if I'm renting a space that's costing me 2,000 and I can buy a space for 1,500, I'm actually using leverage to make something easier. And that's positive and it's good. And it's a big part of how our economy is built is on this healthy way of borrowing money. But then there's another type that's more associated with debt and spending more than you earn. So lever is the one I usually get questions about, and it only makes sense. It's actually what I am, the person who created this system that's going to help you have an easier and more successful relationship with money. The first thing you need to know is how are you doing it, and how have you been doing it? It being trade time and energy to get money so you can have the kind of relationship you want, and you've been doing it since birth.